Hello enthusiasts and welcome to this new video from the website www.moonwatch.fr. Today I present to you a Casio tool watch. This is the Casio G-Shock MudMaster, a watch made for going into the mud. Regarding the technical specifications of this Casio G-Shock MudMaster, it is a watch produced in 2020 that was announced at the end of 2019. A watch rather intended for men, as its dimensions are 53 mm in diameter and 90 mm in thickness. So it's quite a big piece. The watch uses the Casio 5594 module. The case is made of carbon fiber reinforced resin. The bezel is fixed. There are 6 push buttons. The mineral glass without coating, the ultra light weight of 92 grams, a resin strap, a special lug width. The reference of this watch, GGB100. As for the complications and features, it includes a calendar, a compass, an altimeter, a barometer, memory, step counter, sunrise, sunset, stopwatch, countdown timer, alarm, time zone of over 300 cities, lighting, LED, Bluetooth, tracking log, and so on. As you can see, this G-Shock MudMaster is a true tool watch for the wrist. First of all, the case of the Casio G-Shock MudMaster GGB100 is constructed from carbon fiber reinforced resin. Its design has been completely rethought to offer a watch that is even more resistant to mud and dust. In addition to being ultra solid, the case has a carbon appearance, which is very, very pretty. Honestly, it's just stunning. This watch is intended for men, as it is quite a large watch measuring 53 mm in diameter and 19 mm in thickness. So, it's a big piece, a big hamburger, as they say, truly a very large watch. However, it weighs only 92 grams, just over 90 grams. So, very light. In addition to all that, there are several engravings on the case. G-Shock Com Connect Alti Sensor. On the left, on the right, there are 3 buttons. The button for the compass, the button for the altimeter, the button for connecting to your smartphone. On the left, there is an adjust button, the mode button. And at the bottom, quite classic, the lighting button of the Casio G-Shock. The button used for backlighting is integrated both on the case and on the strap, so it's rather well thought out, since it allows for saving space. For the screen, for the dial. Finally, I will show you the case back of the Casio MudMaster. It is a case back that is also made of carbon. I'll put it like this, in the other direction, there you go, which is made of carbon, Corguad. So it's an ultra-resistant material. It ensures the watch's water resistance up to 200 meters and above. You will find several pieces of information on it, such as the serial number or the model of the watch. Firstly, the dial has a dual digital and analog display, just like the Citizen Skyhawk, on which I've already made a video. Feel free to check it out if you haven't already. You can see the numbers 3, 6, 9, 12 in grey and large, so very readable. The upper part of the dial is dedicated to various functions, while the lower part uses a digital display. The hour and minute hands are quite large as well. They are coated with luminescent materials. These hands are very readable. The second hand, on the other hand, is very thin and red in color. It adds a bit of dynamism to the dial. The second hand, by the way, is used in other modes of the watch. For example, if I switch to compass mode, it's this hand that displays the orientation. Here, in relation to the hands, the digital display is very readable with an active font on a black background. Reading this display somewhat reminds one of the Rangeman. It's a little reminder. I like it. To conclude, Casio uses a mineral glass to protect the screen of the Casio G-Shock MudMaster. The most important aspect of this dial is perhaps its readability. which is excellent both day and night, especially thanks to this LED lighting, which is frankly ultra powerful. So, the visibility is excellent thanks to the LED lighting, but also due to the hands coated with luminescent materials. To operate its MudMaster GG B100, Casio has used its electronic module 5594. It's a caliber that offers numerous features and sensors. Thus, you find the compass, altimeter, temperature with the barometer, and a step counter. So, as an innovation, Casio offers the step counter and, in addition, Bluetooth connectivity, which is enabled by this button here. This allows you to connect to your phone to transfer data, use the GPS embedded in your phone, for example, etc. It's really very well thought out. It's quite good. This module is precise as it allows you to retrieve the exact time by synchronizing via Bluetooth with your phone. And it is possible, therefore, to retrieve the times of over 300 sunrise and sunset times, etc. Finally, the Casio G-Shock MudMaster watch is capable of recording altitude points or routes when paired with the G-Shock connected mobile app. Perfect then when you're out wandering in the forest, in the woods, in the Amazon, in the middle of the jungle, wherever, to note your different waypoints. Really very interesting. Against all odds, this Casio MudMaster watch is among my most comfortable watches. Despite a case that is very thick, 19mm, Casio uses a strap whose design is just brilliant. It perfectly fits the shape of your wrist, and there are many details. For example, a little detail that I like, here you see the end of the strap is slightly open work, which allows it to settle on the fixed part, and as a result the strap won't move. It's a small detail that you find on few straps, and honestly it's great. Entirely made of resin, the strap is flexible enough not to be bothersome when wearing the watch. It is rigid, but it's not like a bar of iron either. The weight of the watch also enhances wrist comfort, as the watch only weighs 90 grams. So obviously this strap is specific. It's truly a custom strap. Casio, as a result, it's quite difficult, if not impossible, to change the strap. And if you want to change it, you'll definitely have to buy another one from Casio. That's actually what I did, because this MudMaster was originally delivered to me with a black strap. And I changed it to this green strap. What else can we say? We can say that the watch fits very well on the wrist. I will put it on to show you how it looks. Here it is on my 17mm wrist. 1.5 centimeters. The watch looks like this, so you see it's quite thick. However, how comfortable is it? I don't even really know how to show you how comfortable it is, but it's impressive. The case there, the shape of the strap of this part really sits on the wrist. And it's just great. At the time I'm making this video, a Casio G-Shock MudMaster costs about 350 euros retail price. At this price you will obviously receive the watch, which will be in the famous Casio metal box, which itself is in an outer cardboard box. Casio G-Shock. Inside we find, traditionally, we find the warranty cards. The paper concerning module 5594 is different. No dish, something that generally we don't read. I'll skip the details on that. This price seems quite reasonable to us when we see the quality and features offered by this Casio G-Shock MudMaster. It is also easy to find this new Casio G-Shock at a lower price. by looking for promotions and various sales on online sites. In fact, that's how I got mine for a little less than 300 euros. If you wish to acquire a second-hand Casio G-Shock MudMaster, it's possible on traditional platforms like eBay, Lebencoin, Vinted, Chrono24. I also invite you to take a look. A video I made about our best sites for buying and selling watches. So go watch the video. If you haven't done so yet, it will give you some leads to find your future watches. Second hand, this watch is negotiated between 240 and 280 euros, depending on the overall condition of the watch and the set provided. Honestly, the papers and the box for G-Shocks in these ranges. There, even if it's not very important, it shouldn't be a deal breaker for a purchase. However, remember to check the condition of the strap, the case, and any scratches on the mineral glass. Why? Because mineral glass scratches easily. And if the strap is ruined, you'll need to buy a new one. And it costs between 30 and 40 euros at Casio to get a similar strap. I changed the original black strap to this one, which is green, and it cost me 35 euros, I believe, if I remember correctly. Finally, this Casio G-Shock MudMaster is in the mid-range price category of the Japanese manufacturer. But we can still justify this price, compared to, for example, a Casio G-Shock G8-2100, which is an entry-level watch that costs 80 bucks. This price can still be justified. By the presence of all the sensors, there are still 4 sensors in this watch. It's written on the dial, by the way. 4 sensors, plus the Bluetooth connection to link to your smartphone. It's quite a little technological gem. It's a true wrist computer, this watch. As a result, this can also explain the slightly higher price compared to other G-Shocks that we're used to buying, which cost 100 to 200 bucks. Given the size of the watch, it's clear that this Casio G-Shock Master is a watch that's more suited for men. Sorry, for those with small wrists, chicken wrists, or for the ladies who wanted. To use this watch and wear this watch, it might be quite complicated. We're still talking about a watch with a thickness of 19 mm and a diameter of 53 mm, so a large sizer. In any case, this watch is the perfect blend between a tool watch with its numerous sensors and a military watch with its many features. A pleasant surprise during the unboxing and its use, which remains very simple, by the way, the use. It might seem complicated, but the watch's ergonomics are very, very well thought out. They are strong at Casio. Honestly, after 10 minutes, you understand how it works and you are able to use all the features, including the features offered by pairing with the G-Shock Connect app. Although thick and wide, this Casio MudMaster is very comfortable on the wrist, an excellent surprise for me. The weight makes it very pleasant, 90 grams. When you look at the watch, you feel like you have a monster, a brick. In the end, it's 90 grams, so very, very light, even lighter than some watches. All steel, for example, dress watches, all steel, very light. Very pleasant. And frankly, it doesn't feel like having a hamburger on your wrist, so that's pretty good. In fact, it's a bit deceptive because the watch is wide, but also light. We sometimes bump it because we forget we have this watch on the wrist. It's quite disconcerting, but well, it's part of the fun of having G-Shocks, to put them through their paces, as I would say. So there you go. Visually, it's the opposite. It won't be possible to hide the MudMaster under a shirt. As much as we forget it on the wrist, visually, it's impossible. The watch is big. It's very wide, very thick, so it's impossible to hide it under a shirt, impossible to hide it when you're wearing it on your wrist visually. People will stare at it. If you're at the beach with it, it's obvious. But it's not very bothersome, because when you wear a G-Shock, it's also for that bulky and unbreakable aspect. If you wear G-Shocks, this kind of rather imposing model, that's why it's to show that you're wearing a robust watch, one that's almost impervious to everything. Talking about all the functions of the Casio G-Shock Moonwatch Master would take hours, obviously, because there are so many features that it would take too much time. And besides, on Moonwatch, we never go into the details of the features. What we really want is an approach to using the watch, if I may say so. We always develop our reviews and videos on the same principle. If I start going into every little feature, you can imagine the video would be endless. However, it is important to note that the G-Shock connected mobile app is very easy to use. Once the watch is synchronized, paired, using this button here, you can very easily navigate through the app's menus afterwards, and it's really great. I also wanted to point out that the synchronization with the smartphone via Bluetooth by pressing for 5 seconds, here it is very fast. And that's not the case with all Casio's G-Shock. For example, I also have a G-Shock GBD H1000. I can tell you that the connection to the mobile app developed for the GBD H1000 takes a lot of time. Sometimes even I have to restart my phone for the watch to connect. I don't have this problem at all with this model. Master, Casio really did a great job. I love it. I don't understand why I have so many issues with the GBD H1000 when Casio is capable of making such a great product. Like this master model. In relation to the prices, which in my opinion are justified and consistent with the build quality, the chosen materials, the durability, the offered features, the integrated sensors. Ultimately, this watch is clearly one of the top 5 Casio G-Shock watches of 2021, in my opinion. So, don't hesitate to leave a comment about what you think. Has this master model won you over? Do you own one? Maybe in another color variation? I know they made a full black model that is just super beautiful. I couldn't find it in France. It was available in Hong Kong at the time I wanted to acquire this master. Honestly, Casio, I think they really did a great job because they made a very beautiful watch with a dual display, great features, a modern watch with Bluetooth connection to the smartphone, a watch that is still wearable. You can see it on the wrist without being bothered since the watch is light and fits very well. Honestly, it is super comfortable. This watch, in an upcoming review of my Casio GBD H1000, well, you will see. I do not say the same thing about comfort at all. The watch is much heavier. On the wrist, I do not have the same feeling at all. It's not the same pleasure to wear. These are not watches made for the same uses. In any case, this MudMaster is really very, very nice. And for 300 euros, new Casio has done an extremely good job. Before leaving you, don't forget to visit our website www.moonwatch.fr. We are also present on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Search for Moonwatch altogether without the dot and you will find us. Also, feel free to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive new videos from Moonwatch. It helps us, it allows YouTube to better reference us and grow the fan community. With that, I'll see you soon for the next video. Bye friends.